Welcome to our overview of kindergarten weather and climate. This unit focuses on two key ideas: the role the sun plays in warming the earth and weather forecasting. To address the question, what is the weather like today and how is it different from yesterday? Students examine patterns and variations in local weather to predict the future trends. By examining patterns in weather, students will also develop plans to prepare for and respond to severe weather. Students begin this unit by creating a journal, which will be used daily to collect data on the local weather. This will be used to allow students to see patterns within their weather. Patterns exist everywhere, in regularly occurring shapes or structures, and repeating events and relationships. For example, a few patterns that students could see in their data is the temperature at which snow falls, or that rainy days are cloudy. Early in this unit, students also use observations to determine the effect of sunlight on the Earth's surface. In the activity, Does the Sun Warm the Earth?, students observe the effect of sunlight on a black piece of construction paper. If it is not sunny, or your room does not have any windows, a desk lamp could be used to represent the sun. You may consider having students split a piece of paper, hamburger style, to predict what they will think will happen to the two sheets of paper, one in the sun and one in the shade. This would create a great opportunity to discuss what would happen to the sun on a cloudy day. Students often think that because the sun is not visible, it must not be there. In the next activity, Feel the Heat, Lesson 2, students conduct an investigation on how sunlight heats materials differently. You may want to consider teaching your students how to use and read a thermometer. Depending on the availability of sunlight, you may need to use a lamp to represent the sun. To this point, students have looked at how the sun warms different materials. Lessons 3 and 4 will have students look at ways to reduce the warming effect of the sun. To connect their experiences in Lessons 1 and 2, students will conduct a sun-shade walk to collect their observations, which will later help them in designing and constructing their shade structure. If the weather does not cooperate, have students think about their summer experiences with sun and shade. Constructing shade structure allows students the opportunity to explore the engineering design process. Through this activity, students ask, imagine, plan, create, and improve their shade structure design. In the Ask step, students ask questions about the task. What materials could we use? How big? What's the purpose? In the Imagine step, students brainstorm ideas about how their shade structure might look. In the Plan step, students create a drawing of what their shade structure will look like. During the Create phase, students build their model using the plan they created. And finally, students test and improve their design. In Lesson 5, students will combine these experiences to reflect on how clothing can be used to keep people warm or cool. While we cannot eliminate natural hazards, we can develop warning systems, identify and avoid high-risk locations, and increase community preparedness and response capability by reducing their impacts. Lessons 6 through 10 allow for students to investigate what types of severe weather could occur in Illinois and how they can help their family prepare for these events. As the unit concludes, have students review their weather journals to see what patterns they can find in the data they've collected, and have them predict what they might think will happen over the coming days. The materials for shade structures have been included within your material kit and are outlined here on this slide. As you are planning the activities for this unit, please feel free to contact us with any questions, to request support, or share ideas.